Welcome everyone. Now today we are going to start with our audio element of multimedia. So far in this course we have gone through the text, we have worked on Photoshop on text, we have worked on image element on Photoshop as well. Now we are moving to audio element of multimedia, which is one of the important elements of multimedia. For audio, we are going to use a free software which is known as uh, Audacity. You can find the download link in the description of this live stream, and you can download it. It's 100% free. You don't need to have a very hi-fi computer for it. It can run on any sort of computer. There is no higher requirements, specification requirement for this software. Plus, you just need a microphone if you are recording your own audio. And if you are not recording your own audio, if you are working on maybe some existing audio that you have and you are enhancing that audio and you don't record your own audio, so you don't need the mic as well. You just need like your audio files and it will work without the mic as well. Apart from that, you can also record your audio from your mobile phone and then you can bring in the software and enhance it. That also you can do. So in case if you're not recording your audio through mic, you can record on any other device like your mobile phone or maybe external recorders or different other devices. You can bring those audio here and you can fix them. Now you can see the interface of Audacity on the screen. And when you open it for the first time, it's quite intimidating and a little bit confusing it looks at first. But when I will break it down, this whole interface, and will explain you will find it very simple to use. So the first thing to make it simpler to use is to understand how the interface works and what do we have on the interface. We do have a lot of buttons over here, so don't be overwhelmed with these buttons and with these all options here. They are very simple to use and they're quite simple. On the top, as usual, just like you see commonly in every software, you have some menus on the top here. Underneath, you have these other buttons over here. So let's start with the buttons and then we will go to the menu. So we will do a brief introduction of Audacity in this class, and then next classes we will move to some advanced parts and we'll see how different tools and different options works inside the Audacity. Now here you have the playback control, pause, you have play, you have stop, you have skip to start, you have skip to end. Now, when you're recording your audio and when you are playing your audio of an external file, you can play it, and at any time you can pause your playback or you can pause your recording if you're recording through your mic. So there is a pause button. Each button here have shortcuts. Like if you want to use your keyboard, you can press P on your keyboard, P for pause, and it will pause your audio playback or your recording. If you want to play something, just play with a space bar. And if you want to listen to your audio again and again, like in a loop, so you have to press Shift and space bar on your keyboard. It's always recommended to use keyboard shortcuts so it will make your process faster. Next to play is the stop. So stop here, I don't see any shortcut, but you can uh, like assign any shortcut to any button if there is no shortcut for it. Now, skip to start, you can press like home button on your keyboard, which is right over the arrow keys on your keyboard. Now, what does skip to start do? It directly goes in the beginning of your audio file. Skip to end, it goes directly to the end of your audio file. Now there is select to start, which is shift home. What it do is that, suppose if you don't want to play the whole audio, you can play selected part only. Okay. So for that, if you want to only go in the beginning of the selected part, you can press shift home. If you want to go to the end of the selected part, you just press shift and end button on your keyboard. Then we have record, which is R on your keyboard if you want to record anything. And if you are done with that recording and you want to record another audio file, then you can press a new recording option, which is Shift R. So when you press Shift R, a new recording will start. Otherwise, if you press R, it will keep on recording on the same track again and again. But if you want to start a new recording, just press Shift R. So that's pretty much about these playback and recording tools on the top here. Now, we will come to this later. First, we will see how this will work. In order to see how these work and to demonstrate these, we should need some sort of an audio file. If you already have an audio file, you can open from File. You can go to Open. You can go to your file that you have. Okay, so maybe I have some like tutorials here. I can go to those tutorial, and then I can go to my MP3 format file, and I can open any MP3 file, or there are a couple of different like formats I can open over here. I can open WAV file, I can open OGG, MP3, and so many other file formats that are related to audio. You can select that and you can open, and that will be opened over here. And you can also record your own. So we will not work on this one because it's a quite long audio. So in what we will do is that I will just close this one and I will record my own. To record your own, you should need your own audio file which you have recorded through your mobile phone or any other device, and it should be on your computer. You can copy on your computer and open just like what I did before, or you can record it if your mic is connected. To see if your mic is connected, you should check your mic here. There is a list which shows what mic inputs you have. If you don't have a mic input, it will be blank. And once you will connect your mic, it will be activated. So I'm using my mic using the Realtek high definition audio input. Okay, so this will record my mic. Now your mic, once you record, it can be a stereo. So when you record it, both of your headphones, or both of your speaker will play back that audio. So in order to keep it stereo, you can keep it stereo. Or if you don't want it to be stereo, you want one microphone, one speaker to work, or you want one headphone speaker to work, so you can use mono. But usually I use stereo so that I can hear from from both sides. Sometimes what happens, the mic that you have connected, it does not support stereo. Maybe it's only the mono. So you might not have stereo option. You have to then only record mono. So you cannot do anything with that. But later on, you can convert a mono to stereo, and we will see that how we can convert that in our later classes. But at this stage, I will keep it stereo. Now next here, I have speaker. Now speaker is for the playback. I'm using headphones right now. So you can see that it is showing me speaker headphone, and I'm using Realtek. Even if I will connect my speaker, it will still show me because it is for both. It is for speaker also, and it is for headphone also. So I will keep it as it is. Plus, I have dual monitor setups. I have two monitors which are here, and both of them have speaker output. So those are also showing here. But I don't want to select these. I just want to keep my uh, regular speaker headphone. There are a couple of others, but whatever you see on your Audacity for the first time, it is the recommended one. So usually you keep whatever it is there. You don't change it unless you need to change if your speaker is not working or your headphone is not working. But if it is working, no need to change the. So this, we have to make sure it is set up. Now on the top, we have monitoring for our audio playback and our mic. Now, this is only for monitoring purposes. Down here is the volume control. Volume control for my playback and volume control for my mic recording. My mic recording volume is right now higher. That means it will record on the high volume scale. But it's not recommended to keep it very high because what will happen, it might go to off peaks. Means like it can record higher volume too, above what is recommended. So that's not good because maybe your audio will get damaged somehow, and maybe it will be not audible in some cases. So it's better to keep it a little lower, not too, but a little lower, something like this. Okay? So not all the way to 100%. And speaker, it depends. If your speaker, like if your headphones are not playing your audio file uh, like with a high volume, so you can increase it. If it is good, if it is fine, so keep it as it is, like what I have on my screen at this stage. So I will keep it everything as it is. And here are my monitoring. These we will go later on. And this is basically for uh, like speed. If you want to play your audio with a irregular speed, because you can change your playback speed. Or like it can run slower, it can run faster also, it can play slower, it can play back slow or fast accordingly. Okay, so if you will play this, if you will press this play button, so it will play according to the speed whatever it is given here. But if you will play from here, so it will play with the regular speed. So if you want to play with your own speed, so you can press this one. Otherwise, I recommend to press this one because this is uh, like normal playback, which will play with the normal speed. Now, if you will see on my recording, my monitoring is off. I cannot see anything over here, which is recording right now. So I have to click to start monitoring. I will click here. So now you can see when I'm speaking, you can see my audio levels here. If I increase this, so now if you will see, it is reaching all the way over here. And it is almost not reaching to this part. If it reaches to this part, it becomes red, which is not right. So even if I will increase it completely 100%, that means it won't harm. But some cases, you will see that it is reaching till the end. And instead of green or yellow, you will see red if it reaches here, which means you're not doing it, like you will not get a good quality here. Like suppose if I shout, hello, see it reaches still here. It doesn't go over there. Now, the reason is that if I go to my settings here, go to system, go to sound, go to sound control panel. Let's close this for now. Go to recording. Then if I will go to microphone, double click on this one and go to levels here. My microphone boost is 0 right now, which I always keep because my microphone runs better on the 0 boost. I don't need any boost. In some cases, you need a boost. For example, if I increase the boost, so you can see that now it is reaching to red. Okay. So if it is reaching to red, then I have to change this. Okay, so now if I'm speaking, so now it is not reaching to red. So instead of doing that, I will keep it 0 and press OK. And I will press cancel here. I don't want any change. And I will keep everything as it is. This is a good settings, and I recommend to keep it to the safe side. Don't increase it a lot. If you stay around near -18, -12, it's good. Even if I increase it, if it's still better because it's not going beyond -12. So I can keep it plus also, but keep in mind, make sure it doesn't uh, play or show the red option over here. That means you are going into a danger zone. So this is pretty much about this area. Okay, rest of these we will just go later on. Now let's record our first recording here. Now I can press here to record, or I can press R on my keyboard. Now, whenever you record through your mobile phone or directly inside Audacity or using any external mic or something, always keep in mind that that you have to give a little space in the beginning. Don't start speaking right away, because if you will keep a little space in the beginning, you will be able to capture a noise print, which will help you to improve your audio later on. So it's always recommended when you start recording, give it a 2 to 3 seconds little space. Don't speak, and then start speaking. Okay. Thank you, Daru Masandi. I just read your message because I was working, like I was on here, and I didn't read your message. Thank you very much for, and I really appreciate. I'm glad that my videos are helping you. So now I'll just press R on my keyboard, and you will notice I will be quiet for a few seconds, and then I will start the recording. Hello, everyone. This is a test recording, and we are testing our Audacity playback here. And then I will stop. So you can see that there is a space over here. Now this space will allow me to capture the noise print. So if I will play it back, so I can just press spacebar. Hello, everyone. This is a test recording, and we are testing our Audacity playback here. Now, this is how we can play normally. So if I press spacebar, hello, everyone. And if I want to pause, this is a test. I will press P on my keyboard. It is paused. And whenever I pause on any part, it shows what was my audio level. So this is my audio level. Everything will be paused. Okay. Now let's do a new recording. So for new recording, I will press Shift R. And what I will do now is that while recording, I will press P to pause. And then I will press P again to record. Or I can press simply this button here for pausing. Hello, everyone. Okay, one more thing. When I started new recording, what it was doing, it was playing this one also. So what we can do in this case is that, let me close this one. It will play whatever you have recorded previously. So if you don't want to play this one, you can just press simply mute button over here, which is Shift U on your keyboard. Otherwise, what will happen? It will play this one as well at the same time when you're recording. And you might not want to do that. So I will press Shift R and let's start again. Now I'm testing this new recording, and I will press the pause button over here with the P on my keyboard. Now, as you can see, I have pressed the pause button. Now it's not recording anything. It's paused. As soon as I will press the pause button again, So it will resume my recording, and I can record again. Now the recording have started again, and everything is working fine. So now I have paused again, and once I will release the pause, it will start recording again. But I don't want that. I will just press stop here. Now recording is ended. Now to check, I will press spacebar on my keyboard, and let's see how it has recorded. Now I am testing this new recording, and I will press the pause button over here with the P on my keyboard. Now the recording have started again, and everything is working fine. Now if you have noticed here, now the recording have started. Now the recording have started. Now the recording keyboard. Now I am testing this new recording, and I will press the pause button over here with the P on my keyboard. Now here is where I pause the recording. And if you will notice that there is no jump, because I started the recording without doing any changes. If I will do any change, then you might notice a jump. But here, when you play back, you even don't notice that I actually paused it at some stage. So pause it works very efficiently over here if you're not changing any settings. But if you change, obviously it will do the it will show that there is a jump. Now notice I'm at this stage. Now I don't want this part, and I want to re-record something. So what I will do now is that if I will press R on my keyboard and start recording again, now I have started to record again, and let's see what happens. Now you will notice that when I started to record, it didn't start to record from here. It started to record on my first audio track. Okay? Because my first audio track will be the primary audio track. So what I have to do in order not to record on the first and to record over here, you can simply Control Z this, okay, to undo this, okay, and then make sure this is selected by clicking on this button, because first this was selected. Now I have to select this one, and then I can go, suppose maybe here. Let's see what happens if I go here. Now the recording. Okay, go here, and now let's see what happens if I record. I'll press R. Now I have started to record on the other part of my the new recording item, which is not muted. Now, if you have noticed, I wanted to start my recorded from this part, but it didn't start it. Okay. Why? Because Audacity knows that there is an audio over here. If by mistake your time slider is here, now, okay. Now the recording have started with the P on my keyboard. Okay, so by mistake, if your time track or time time slider is here, and if you start recording, so it will ignore this part and it will always start recording from the ending. This will avoid any mistake, because if the option was wherever you are, you start recording, it will record from that spot. If this was the case, maybe by mistake you might have recorded in the wrong spot, and if even if you will do undo, so all that recording that you have done will be wasted. So that's a good thing here. It will never overwrite your recording. So if I go here with the P on my keyboard, now the recording have started again, and everything is working fine. Now I have started to record on the other part of my the new recording item, which is not muted. So this is quite good, uh, like user friendly. Okay, plus it will avoid all kind of human errors. Now you can select parts over here. Now, if you will notice that I'm scrolling from left to right because I have now a longer recording. If you don't want to scroll all the way, you can do zoom in and zoom out. To zoom in and zoom out, we do have a magnifying glass. And you can see there is a magnifying glass here, which you can take from here. The shortcut is F4. And you can zoom in, or you can zoom out as well. Zoom out, I think you have to uh, why it's not zooming out. I think it's you have to zoom the whole area just like that. That's strange. I don't know why it's not zooming out. It's only in. Okay. So you have to press Shift and Alt key on your keyboard, and then your mouse will become like your magnifying glass will show negative like sign. That means now if I will press, it will start zooming out. So if you will see that it is zooming out, and I will zoom out. So without that, without Shift and Alt, you can zoom in, and with Shift and Alt on your keyboard pressed, it will zoom out. So Shift and Alt is the shortcut for it. Let's do one thing. I don't want this one. So I can cross press over here to close this down. And that does, you might be like have a question. It just closed without giving us a warning that you want to save it or not. It is closed, but in fact, it is still there. So even if this is closed and now I close my Audacity, then it will give you a message that there were two files you recorded. Do you want to save them or not? The thing is, it is not closed. It is not showing here. To bring them back, you can go to like file here, or I think somewhere in tracks. Yes. So you can bring them back from the track, basically from the from somewhere. I don't know where it's gone. Should be somewhere here. Okay. Or I don't know where it's gone, but it is there. We'll see where it is gone basically. But it's actually there. It is not. It's not like it's been closed or something. Okay. Okay. Now we can select a part and play that part also. Okay. Yes, it's here. If you press the audio track, you can see that it might be here. Oops. I don't know where it is gone, but we'll see. We'll check later on. It should be somewhere here. So, okay. Now, we can select a part and play that, because in this way, right now, if I will press the play button, it will play the whole audio. Okay. I don't want that. I only want to play this part. For example, I can select this part and only play this part. In order to select this part, you can just go to the selection tool. This is the selection tool right above your zoom tool. The shortcut for this is F1. So when you select this one or press F1 on your keyboard, this will be activated and you can select the part, like suppose this part. Okay. And then if I will press spacebar, it will only play this.
Now the recording have started again.
Okay.
Now the recording have started again.
Just like that, it will keep on playing. Now, I can play with a loop. Okay. To play with the loop, I have to press Shift and spacebar, and it will keep on playing this.
Now the recording have started again. Now the recording have started again. Now the recording have started again. Now
to stop, I will press the spacebar. So just to stop, you just have to press the spacebar. It will stop, and to play, you will press the spacebar. It will play. So spacebar for both of those, like toggle. So this is how you can play this, or just like that. But if I want to play the whole thing, either have to press the select button, it will select the whole thing, or Control A on my keyboard. Like suppose if I press Control A, it is the same thing here. Okay. Now you can, if you have a lot of audio equipment, you can press this button. It will minimize. Okay. Now here, if I will press home button, so you can see my play. Suppose
now the record
is here at this part. My playhead is. So if I will press home on my keyboard, so it will go in the beginning. Now it is there. If I will press end, okay, it will go. Sorry. And on my keyboard, it will go to the last. Now you can see this here. So home, it is in the beginning, and it is here. So just notice this, the tiny arrow here, which is the playhead. So home, so beginning, now it is here with the home, and now it is here. Okay, so this is basically this. Okay, so from here it will also work, and from home and end key, it will do the same. Now, if I will select this part, so you will see that if I will press now Shift and Home, so it will go here at this stage because it will go in the beginning of the selection and or ending of the selection. So Shift and Home, so it will like select that part. Oh, I think it is selecting the whole thing. Or Shift and End. Okay. Now let's do one thing. I can just go here.
Now the recording have started again.
Press Shift and End. Shift and Home. Okay, it has selected the whole thing. So basically, you have to first select, and then you can press Shift and End or Shift or Home. Okay, to select to start or select to end. Now, this is all the simple ways to do these kind of things. Now let's go to the other parts here. Here at the bottom, we have time shift tool. Now let's see what does the time shift do. If I will press the time shift and press Control A to select everything, and you will notice that it's not working right now. And
I will press the pause button over here with the P on my keyboard.
Okay. So I think it need, yeah, okay. Control A down. Now, let's see the time shift. Now, time shift, what it do actually is that you have noticed that I recorded two audios at different time intervals. This is the first one I recorded. And when I finished my recording, then I stopped and start recording again. So I recorded in two parts. If you see, there is a thick line over here. This thick line indicates the separation. And this separation like shows us or indicates that from here a new recording is started. Now, what if I want this part to be in the beginning and this part to be in the end? So what I can do, I can go to my time shift tool, take this part, okay, and move it till the end. Let's do one thing. Let's deselect everything by clicking anywhere outside here. Take this part here, okay, and then move this. And I think it will have to be overlapped or something. I think it will only move. That's the issue. Yeah. It will not, it will just move it. It will not basically allow you to overlap. You can see that when I move it across, it will not allow me to do that. So the time shift is like, it's just for shifting. Okay. Like whatever your recording is. Like suppose if I will move it here and play back from the beginning.
Now I am testing this new recording, and I will press the pause button over here with the P on my keyboard. Now the recording have started again, and everything is working fine.
Now as soon it will reach here, there will be a gap.
Now I have started to record on the other part of my uh, the new recording item.
And then when the gap will finish, it will start this. So time shift actually is like, shifting these left or right. So that's what it is used for. And in order to change its orders, like I want this one to be in the beginning or this one to the end, what we can do at this stage, we can take this tool, selection tool, select this part whole, okay, till here. It snaps actually to like where you have like selection. So once it is there, just like in any other software, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Photoshop, Illustrator, you also have copy paste or cut or paste inside your Audacity. So I will go to edit, cut, done. Now I can shift this here easily. Okay, I can go to part, pause here somewhere, okay, and paste. So it pasted some like somehow here. I don't know, maybe my time slider moved there. Now I can move this to different sides. So I cut it from here, I paste it here. So now if I will play this.
Now I have started to record on the other part of my uh, the new recording item, which is not muted. Now I am testing this new recording, and I will press the pause button over here with the P on my keyboard. Now the recording have started again, and everything is working fine. Now I have
Okay. So that's you can do. Now copy paste you can do from here. Also, you have the cut, copy, and paste option here as well, which is more of a shortcut. Okay. Now, there are two more tools over here. Trim audio outside selection and silence audio selection. Okay. So what the trim audio outside selection do is that if you will see there is there are some gaps in the beginning and the end, it will remove those. If I press this button, I think you have to select it, but let me deselect everything and then try. It will not allow you. If you press select button here or control A on your keyboard to select everything, and then you press this, so it will apply that one. But I think it is not long enough, so it's not doing. Or maybe if I will select only this part here and then press this, yeah, then it will do. Okay. So let's see what it do. I think it's opposite of what I told you. It's not doing what I told you. It's doing opposite of it. So Yeah, this is not the tool I was about to tell you. Maybe it is other way around. So suppose if I select this part and press this button, what it will do is that it will trim the part which are outside. Like it had trimmed the one which was selected. Like this one is selected and this one, or like this was like selected. So it is on the screen, but the one that wasn't selected is deleted. Now it will do part by part. Like this is a separate audio. This is a separate audio. Let me control Z. Now this is selected. If I press this button, what it will do is that it will remove this part. So actually what I was telling you was other way around. So this is what this will do is that this will trim or delete the part which is selected. Or basically not trimming or deleting, it is silencing it. Means it is turning its volume completely below zero so you cannot hear it at all. Not deleting, it is still there, but the volume goes to like absolute negative that you will not able to hear it. I will press Control Z over here and keep it as it is. Okay. Now if I will go to this part, I can do the same thing here. Okay. Now let's do the cut, copy, paste from the tool and let's see what we can do. I will select this, cut it, and you can see it is not there. And the gap is filled, unlike like silencing. And then I can go to any part here and I can paste it. Like suppose here is my selection. Maybe I will go here.
Now I am testing this new recording.
Okay. Or if I press here and pause or take this one there, or let's keep it. It's like now if I will press my paste button, it will paste over here. But this selection, basically, if you will move this selection, okay, whether it is here or any other part, or maybe if I will press Shift, Home, or End, it will move that selection over there. And
Muted. New recording.
then I paste. Now you can see that it has have selected the whole area and pasted there, whatever was selected. So let's do again. Let's Control Z. Now this is the part I want to delete. Sorry, cut. I will cut it from here. And now I have to select where I want to paste it. Maybe I want to paste it here. So select this part, paste it, and now it is. So wherever you want to copy it, you can copy from there. And you want to paste it, you can paste it there. You can repeat audios and you can make like funny like audio effects. Like suppose if I play from here.
Now I have started to record on the other part of my uh, the new recording item, which is not muted.
Which is not muted. And this is which is not muted. If I will go here and play, press spacebar with shift and spacebar.
Which is not muted. Which is not muted.
I want to copy this and keep on repeating. So it will make a funny effect. So if I will press copy, and then if I will go here, this part, paste it, and then I will go again, paste it here, press here, paste it, press here, paste it, paste here, paste it. Okay. And if I will play, it will give me a funny sort of an effect.
Now I have started to record on the other part of my uh, the new recording item, which is not muted. 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 Now I am testing.
Okay. That sort of thing you can also do with the copy paste. You can keep on pasting. Okay. So you just have to press when you see this like I beam, you can click there and it will paste or copy at that part. Okay, like paste, click again somewhere, paste, paste. Keep a little space, otherwise if the space will finish, so you might not be able to paste it at proper place. Okay, just like that. So cut, copy, paste, you can select the area, you can paste, or just with the I-beam when it is showing, okay, with this option, you can click anywhere here, and then like here or wherever, and then you can paste it. Well, so this is pretty much about the editing part. So this is how you can do the editing here. Okay. Removing items, you can silence them if you don't want to delete, if you want to keep the gap. So don't press delete button, because if I will select this, press the delete button, that will be gone. Okay, if I'll press delete on my keyboard, it will be gone. But if I want to keep this space, instead of deleting, I can silence this by pressing this button or Control L on your keyboard. Gap will be still there, but it will be silenced. Okay. Now, this is same, the zooming item here. So as I told you, normally you zoom in by pressing, and as you press Shift and Alt and then press, it will zoom out. Same thing you can do from here. By pressing this, it will zoom in to the selected part and zoom out from the selected part. This is basically works on selection. Like suppose this part, I want to zoom into this part, and then I can zoom. So zoom in, zoom out. The selection zoom in and zoom out is basically the shortcut is uh, Control 1 and Control 3. So if I press Control 1 on my keyboard or Control 3 on my keyboard, it will do the same thing. And I can press this button. Let me deselect everything. Press this button. So what it will do is will fit the whole thing on my screen. Okay, like from beginning to the ending. Okay, if I press this button, it will show me the whole thing on my screen with and avoid any sort of scrolling. So now I can see the whole thing. Okay, so this will expand it, and this will basically um, do the opposite. Will just show the whole uh, audio, like whole audio waveform on my screen. Now, apart from this, we have this option, which is the zoom toggle. Okay, so you can go to the zoom option and like zoom out or zoom in, like zoomed or unzoomed. That's what it is. Now, here, if I will go in the beginning and press this button here, let's play at speed.
And I will press the pause button.
Okay, let's do one thing. Let's select the part and press this.
Now I am testing this new recording.
Okay.
Now I am testing this new recording.
Now this is playing at a regular speed. So my regular speed is here, which is 1x. So 1x means regular speed. 1 is the regular button, like or 100% or original speed. If I will go at negative, somewhere like this. So now let's see how the audio will sound like.
Now I'm testing this new recording.
Okay, it is slower. It's playing very slow. So as like lower you will go, it will play so slower. So maybe a bit here instead of too slow. Let's go to this part and then play.
Now I'm testing this new recording. Now I'm testing this new recording.
Okay, and if you go higher, it will be faster. Sounds like chipmunks.
Now I'm testing this new recording.
Okay.
Now I'm testing this new recording.
And if you want to go back to the regular speed, you just double click it here. Okay, and type here 1 and press OK. So you will go back to 1. So just double click, type 1, press OK. That's all. Okay. Now, any one of these tools, you can also double click to see what it do actually. Okay. So you will get the idea like what they it actually do. And that's all for these all the tools. Now the remaining one are the drawing and multi-tool. Now multi-tool means it will do everything as here, and also envelope we will discuss. Now multi-tool, what it do is that if my multi-tool is on, I can do any sort of thing here. I can move it around. Okay. I can change, like using my shortcuts from my keyboard. I can do volume up or down. I can move things on different I can press control key to move like do the sideways. Okay, and by pressing and regularly I can work on the audio control. I can press alt key to also shift and all to do sort of other things. So, and like to slide the audio file or move the audio file. So it's like multi-tool means like you can perform uh, 2 or 3 different tools at the same time. So this is how actually the multi-tool works. Let me undo this, whatever I have done so far. Okay. Now, apart from that multi-tool, we have here envelope. Now, envelope is a really handy tool to control your audio level. Now here, if I will play.
Now I have started to record on the other part of my uh, the new recording item.
Now this part, I want to increase the audio. When it reaches to this, I want to increase the audio. When it reaches, I want to decrease the audio. And this one, I will keep it as it is. If I will go here to envelope, you will see blue headings on the like header and footer. What this will allow, if I click here, it will give me a point. And if I will drag it down, you can see that it is creating this sort of a, it is squeezing my audio. Squeezing audio mean it is reducing my audio level. Now, it has reduced my audio level for the whole audio. Now, instead of doing that, what I can do, I can click one here, now one here, one here, okay, and one here, and then one here, or one here. So what it did is that if I will now reduce the audio of this point, if I will go here, so what it will do, it will only affect starting from here instead of affecting the whole point. So it works between 2 points. Okay, between these 2 points, it is working in this way. And this will, if I will decrease, so you will notice that it is only decreasing the audio of this level, like as I want. And now if I will increase, I can go far beyond. Okay, and it is increasing the audio level of this part. And it's only increasing the audio level of this part because here there is a point which is keeping this one and this one separate. If you don't have separate points, what it will do, just like here, if I will try and decreasing my audio level for only this part, it won't do it because it will do for the whole audio. So that means you should have points for separation. Like if I will go at this point and create this, now if I will decrease it, so it will only decrease from here to here and rest of will not change. If you will notice, it's like a slope. If something you have as like a slope, so what it will do, at this stage, the audio will be lower, and as it will play forward, the audio will start the audio level will start increasing till it reaches here. And then if I will press here and then go here, it will start again decreasing, decreasing, and decreasing. So slope will make a gradual change in the audio level. Now let's play and see how the audio level sounds like.
Now I have started to record on the other part of my uh, the new recording item, which is not muted. Now I am testing this new recording, and I will press the pause button over here with the P on my keyboard.
Okay, so you might have noticed when it reached here, the audio suddenly decreased, and when it reached here, audio increased, and when it reached here, again it decreased. Let's do one thing. Let's completely reduce this so you can see the more the effect to be more like prominent.
Now I have started to record on the other part of my uh, the new recording item, which is not muted.
Okay, so now it is more clear how the effect is working. This is what the envelope do. It helps you to decrease or increase audio depending on the depending on how you want your listener to listen. Okay, like where you want your audio to be higher and where you want the audio to be lower. So it's a pretty handy tool. You will use this a lot when you are working on different audio levels. So I'll undo this right now. Now the last option that we have here is the draw. Now draw you use when you are working on extreme audio files, like when you're working on audio files which are quite uh, like complex. Okay. Why? Because suppose if I will zoom in completely outside, you will see that these are the audio levels. Okay. Let me do one thing. Let me zoom in. So you can see while you're zooming in, these are turning into these waveforms. Can you see that? These waveform. Now these waveform, if you want to work on, you can take your drawing tool, select any one of these. You can make them higher, lower, and then you can drag your mouse, okay, and change according to the way you want it to be, okay. So now if you will play.
Now I am testing this new recording.
Okay, it is because it was a very short portion, you might not be able to listen it. You have to do it a lot. So you can change the way it is and then might be able to hear.
And I will
Okay, so there was a tick sort of a sound. That tick sort of sound is what I have done so far here. If I zoom out, so maybe somewhere here, you will see that I have changed. Notice there are some ticks at this point. Let me zoom in a little bit and you will start noticing what do I have here. Okay, so if I zoom this, so we'll see a bit of it like a drawing area here. So if I press, you will see a tick sort of sound. So that's what I did here. It's quite when you're working on files which are, very closely you want to work on an extreme level. So I hope this the introductory part of the Audacity is clear. And as soon we will move to other classes, we will learn more about the Audacity and more about the audio element of multimedia. So whenever you have any questions, so you can leave in the comment section below, or you can contact me on the Teams. So you can download this application. It's free, and you can find it in your like the link is in the description below. So we'll meet in next class next week, and then not next week. I think we'll meet on today is what? Today is Tuesday. Yeah, so we will meet next week. Yes. So next week we'll meet and we'll continue from. So take care, everyone, and See you on next week.